TMC's Meghalaya unit on the brink of collapse by 2028. Is the Trinamool Congress staring at an inevitable downfall by 2028 in Meghalaya's turbulent political theatre? Once launched with thunderous momentum, the party that stormed into the scene now appears to be gasping for survival, its presence in the Khasi Jayantia Hills nearly erased from the political map. For more, we are joined by our Chief News Editor Nabrun Goswami from the newsroom and Assistant News Editor Purbasha Bhattacharjee from Shillong.
Amrita, well, at the very outset, why we are discussing this issue now, because definitely there is some movement going on as far as the political scenario in Meghalaya is concerned, and especially within the TMC. Well, it was clear months ago, or in fact it was clear soon after the last assembly elections in Meghalaya, that the TMC, the state unit of the TMC, may not be really a force to reckon with till the next assembly elections. It was amply clear, and has on more than one occasion, even Mukul Sangma has admitted, and some of the leaders of the Meghalaya TMC have admitted, that there is no mass appeal for the TMC in Meghalaya. There is something that they have openly admitted. And of course, we know what happened in the last assembly elections. The TMC was looking to emerge as the single largest party. That did not happen, and they finished, they couldn't even, in fact, manage 10 seats. So what does the future hold in store for the TMC? Purbasha, well, what do you think? Will Mukul Sangma and company look to form another regional party, a regional force which would look to be dominant in the Garo Hills region? Or do you think some of the MLA's leaders are also inclined to probably join the Congress, which seems to be the other alternative, or maybe even NPP? What do you think? Of course, for Mukul Sangma, NPP is not an option, but for Mukul Sangma, even the Congress may not be an alternative option as long as Vincent Pala is there. Purbasha.
Well, Navarone, the interesting fact is that Mukul Sangma is not the leader of only one particular region. He is the leader of the state. First, if he goes and forms a regional party, that what indications are very clear. We are getting the indications that he will form a regional party. If he does that, that means that will be inclusive of Khasi, Garo, and Jayantia Hills region. It will not be for one region. That is for sure. But again, Dr. Mukul Sangma, last time also when I spoke to him repeatedly, he has said that the party has not grown in Khasi Jayantia Hills. In fact, if we see that including Dr. Mukul Sangma, there were 12 legislators in 2021 who went and merged with TMC. At that time, after following which, there were these exodus of these leaders, and at present, from those 12, only his family members, and besides that, Charles Pingro, who is the president of Meghalaya unit of TMC, is still there. And rest all they left. No, now, if we go to the TMC office also, there is in fact, you don't get a vibe. And I spoke to the MDCs also last time, and they are also very reluctant to contest from TMC, saying that there is no future. The moment the leaders they start mentioning that there is no future with any political party, we should understand that the future of that political party is really in doubt. At the same time, when we come to Dr. Mukul Sangma, like he traveled. He is the only person within TMC who is traveling length and breadth of the state. He is reaching out to every corners of the state, and he is the one who is actually keeping the name of TMC alive. So right now, the situation is like the sources indicated that Dr. Mukul Sangma may likely to form a regional political party with
But again, Purvasha, well, you rightly said that Mukul Sangma is the leader of the state, not a leader of any particular region. But if you talk about a regional force once again in Meghalaya, if we talk about the Khasi and Jaintia Hills, we already have the VPP, which of course is a force to reckon with. We know they sprung a surprise in the last election. Well, that hardly came as a surprise because they were gaining ground every passing day. We already have the other parties, we already have UDP and the other players. So, if in this kind of a situation here, another regional party trying, especially the challenge is Khasi and Jaintia Hills, trying to make inroads into Khasi and Jaintia Hills, there is a risk that the party will automatically be tagged as a party from the Garo Hills, because the Khasi Jaintia Hills already has some regional forces which are there. Under these circumstances, do you think some of these TMC leaders who are still the TMC may think it as a better option probably to join the Congress?
Exactly, Navarone. In fact, some of the TMC leaders, they are thinking of having better option of joining the Congress. At the same time, if we see that, in fact, you are also aware that Meghalaya politics has always been unpredictable, and the formation of VPP, what has left? Actually, the vacuum that was created following the mass exodus of these leaders from Congress has actually, after which the VPP was formed. So definitely, VPP is a big party here in Khasi Jayante Hills region, no doubt about it. But politics is such, we cannot predict how, where it will take. Still 2.5 years left. Whether anyone supporting Dr. Mukul Sangma, we don't know. As of now, it is too early to predict. But definitely, if he is trying to venture out, he is not alone. Some people, some groups will definitely
What do
support.
you think, Purvasha, would be the litmus test for the TMC in Meghalaya before the 2028 elections? Will it be the GHDC elections? And the question is that will the MDCs continue with the TMC till the next GHDC elections?
Well, GHDC election will definitely be a litmus test for TMC here in the state. At the same time, we have to see which are the leaders. In coming days, we will see which are the leaders who prefer to be with TMC, or which are the leaders who are preferring to shift to other political parties, particularly Congress. If we see
Slightly.
that the supporters of Charles Pingrove, the president of Meghalaya unit of TMC, in mass they went and joined Congress, and which was a clear indication that Charles Pingrove will soon follow the path. And in fact, we have seen that a lot of leaders are looking towards Congress.
We'll
So
have to wait
Congress
and
is
watch.
a
We'll have to wait and watch. Congress is also a beleaguered house as far as Meghalaya is concerned. So we'll have to wait and watch. My last question, Purvasha, to you, slightly digressing a bit from TMC. Can we say in Meghalaya today the NPP is a united house, or do you think there are murmurs of divisions also within the NPP? Very quickly, short.
Sorry, sorry to say, Navarone, but NPP is no better. In fact, NPP, although there are tall claims within NPP, but still NPP is no better. NPP has dissidents within NPP. Lot of leaders are not happy with the party leadership. There
But has
are
anyone
problems
spoken
within
out? Has
NPP.
anyone spoken out? If not, how do we assume?
Well, on camera, on record, no one is speaking. Of course, on camera, on record, because 2.5 years left and no one is ready to speak. But off the record, after this, particularly this cabinet reshuffle, lot of leaders are unhappy with MPP
We'll have to wait
leadership.
and
And
watch because, yeah, yeah.
there is another thing is that sometimes that if you remember, even Chief Minister Conrad Sangma, who is the national president of MPP, he has mentioned in a in a joining program of Ronnie B. Lindo that there is the thing called old NPP, new NPP. So this problem is again a big problem within NPP. Nabaro.
Well, so all in all, it's a very interesting political scenario in Meghalaya. We'll have to wait and watch how things unfold in the months and weeks to come. Thank you so much, Purbasha Bhattacharjee there from Shillong. Over to you, Amrita, in the studios.
Right. Thank you both Napun Goswami and Purbasha Bhattacharjee for details on this story.